Alright, next Community Quilt block. Oops, probably shouldn't move that around. I don't know if I can put this into frame. Geez, you love your triangles when you roll. Alright, what is this? This is Broken Dishes. So it's 7 colours, quarter square triangle, a lot of small half square triangles, and a square on the point, which turns out to be this. Now, if we haven't learnt anything at all from block 18, which I don't reckon Amanda has learned anything at all from block 18, it's that I don't sew these in the right order or in the right shapes. So strictly speaking, they're all right. Okay, yep. All right, what does it want to do? So once you do these first, then these first, and then like that. Sure, let's create an entirely new process. Right, so this was a problem fabric. All of these fabrics from Amazon haul have been problem fabrics. So I now have 1, 2, the 3 of them in here again. This could potentially be the exact same problem we had with block 18, and I've got this guy again, the quarter square quarter square? Yeah, the quarter square triangles. So, and then the point. You love these quilts, these blocks, Mum. All right. I'm going to stop being a whiny little bitch, and I am going to iron all my triangles in so that I can pin them, and I will pin them going forward, so that I sew them correctly. Ah, dearie, dearie, dear. Okay. And I've learnt to piece movies together, videos together, so that could help if I need to take a break from doing this. Or if I come back and bring wine, which I feel like might be a very good idea with this one. How many triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 pieces, Mum. I need to roll better. I'm going to roll next. All right, stay tuned. Okay, I've just realized I don't need to iron a lot of them. I only need to iron this guy and this guy. The rest of them, I am just going to, because they're the same. They're the same, but how good's my cutting? It's all right. All right, we need to sew on the right lines, so yeah, that's fine. I'll pin this way, I'll sew this way. All right. How boring is pinning? I don't know if I can speed that up. Nevertheless, maybe if I record how I pin it, we can watch my fatal mistake. And my fatal mistake is this is not how you're supposed to sew. Dearie, dearie, dear Amanda. It wants, see, I go off topic. I don't read the instructions. All right, it wants these sewn together. So it wants this sewn to this, which I'm going to iron that out actually. Oh dear, okay, let's do that again because I moved it away. All right, so it wants, I don't know if you've already made this one. I feel like you are one step ahead of me. All right, so that one goes to that one and that one goes to that one. Okay, and then this one goes to this one. And we're sewing on that one. And this one goes to this one, and we're going to sew on that line. And then this one to this one, this one to this one, this one, and this one. And we're going to pretend to pay attention to the instructions because I fear this may be important, but we'll probably get distracted partway through like block 18. There. there, and there. Okay. All right. That hot mess is what we're going to do next. All right, I'll be back. And we fucked one. So that's supposed to go like that, and then that's obviously right, and this one's obviously wrong, which then also begs the question, have I screwed? Yep. Somehow I got my orientations incorrect, although I could put that one. Nope, that doesn't work. We'll see what happens. I overthink it and then I make a boo-boo. That one's right. Okay, so something went wrong here. There is no way to fix that. Okay, well, look, we're just carrying on from block 18. Okay, I very nearly confidently sewed them wrong again. So that's to that, to that, to that. Okay. All right. Now sew them together. Well, how can I screw this up? We say confidently that there's a chance I could. As long as the opposites match, I think I will be fine. I'm just holding them. I'm not trying to match the seams up at this point in time. I'll do that over at the sewing machine. All right. Well, at least there's less pieces now. I'll be back. Can you please pick one with less triangles next time? Okay. We're making some progress. I don't think this is the way we had it. I think we had it this way. So it doesn't really matter. Oops, but it does matter if I sew them all in the right direction. Okay. Now, it wants that to that to that. Okay, so it wants these. Okay, well, look, they're the right size. I'm gonna go tip to tip. Yep, all right. So we're gonna go that to that. That to that. And that to that to start with. Yep, sure, that's a hot mess. We're not going to do that. We're going to go back and do this just one at a time. I feel like I'm going to screw this up otherwise. All right, well, this is step one. I'm going to come back once I've sewn all these. All right, how I'm doing this is, so if I were to open out the triangle, if I were to fold that back over there, this is a little bit like the way we did the hexagons. So that whole thing is the triangle at the back. So either do your halves and then line up your half point, or go triangle to triangle. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a problem. Okay, that should make sense. If not, I'm going to screw it up anyway, so stay tuned for redoing it. Wait, I should probably come back and show you. I do this the lazy way. So that's folded over and that's not. So I'm going to line up that one there, and I'm just going to sew it down that line. So I'm going to start from up there. And that's what I'll do wherever I can find one that's already in the right direction. So again, like we did with the hexagons. Okay, so I've already done that side. So then I'm going to do this one, right, that one. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up with where I already know I have the start of this triangle, so I don't have to worry about lining up the point that's folded. All right, so I've done this one and I've done this one. They're looking pretty good, and they're kind of lining up with that by the time I take the 1/4 inch off. So now I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to match my points, and then I'm going to do, so I'm going to do this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one. Slowly, because I don't want to screw this up. Oh, okay, I fibbed about how I'm going to do it. I've decided to do the same seams repeatedly so that it gets better, so it's more predictable. So I've done that one, and then I've done that one. Now I'm going to do these two and connect it to that. Alright, I was just lining this one up. So when I was doing the triangles, I did points to points, but you can see this is just the right size, so don't worry about the points. So I'm just lining it up with my finished square. Alright, well, if ever we needed a lesson in don't buy fabric from Amazon, look how distorted that's getting. Oh well, we have to deal with what we have to deal with. Okay, now it wants to go this way, which kind of makes sense. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to start with the two seams and then these two, and I shall be back. Yeah, everything's still looking it's like the right direction. I think I should have screwed it up by now, but we shall see. All right, they're done. It's looking all right. So now I'm going to go that one to that one. Now I am going to line up as best I can, which see that at work. Yeah, well, I'm not going to line up any seams. I'm going to fold it in half, iron it, fold it in half, iron it, and hope for the best. Oops, I should clarify. So this one, I folded the whole thing in half, which is the same as folding that piece in half. This one, I'm only going to fold and match this one, the yellow one. Because I know that all the rest of it is a bit dodgy. So that will come back looking like this. So then I'm going to line up that there with that there. And just because I've got the iron out, I'm going to do the whole thing on this one. So that's going to line up like that. And then we'll hope for the best. And I already know I've got a problem here, but I don't know how much I care about that. I probably should. Ow! That's blood. All right. Let's give it a go. Oh, give it a go. All right. Is it straight? No. Does it look like the picture? I guess so. I don't know. Do I like it? Not really, but we're going to leave it in there. We're probably going to be careful how we use these fabrics going forward because they are creating a bit of chaos. Can it be salvaged? Probably. In a quilt, you never notice it. All right, well, yeah, that's right. Okay, that is this. Block 7 done. All right, I'm going to splice this back together. Okay, there's a lump in this. It's probably not going to roll very well. All right, what's our next block, Mum? Block 5. Here's our preview for block 5. I feel like the universe is being nice to me. It is a stacked bar. Now, don't forget, we sew these opposite to each other so the lines don't go all whack-a-doodle.